Okay, so this is a question I get asked a lot. How do I clean my bike? So I'm going to show you the process that I go through. Nice and easy, make it simple, you know, you don't have to go to extreme length.
I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon.
So I thought I'd bring like the Mean Machine, the most iconic bike out there in my opinion. She's been hung up on the wall now for a few years, so I thought, yeah, we'll give her a bit of a spruce up. So initially, what I always find works best, if you have got a stand, then utilise one of these. It just means that we're able to like move around like the bike a lot easier. But sometimes, you know, if you haven't got the option for that, then obviously you can just lean it up against the wall, just stabilise it, then you can move it around like accordingly. So the first thing we always do is we want to degrease and declutter all the transmission. So if you get some bike degreaser, this is like a Zeffel, there's loads of brands out there. You can even use like things like diesel. And all you do is you just give everything a quick spray. Just go around the chain, the cassette. Make sure that you do like both sides, because your jockey wheels can sometimes, you know, really get cluttered up with a lot of gunk. So yeah, all around the transmission. Then what I normally do is, I always have like a little Tupperware like this, pour some into there. And then I've got like a little brush here, and this just means that I can really get into like the cassette, all the little nuts and crannies. So as you can see, we can really get into all these little bits like here. And into the chain itself. So make sure that you go around it all. Just really get it nice and clean. Chain rings as well, you want to get into those parts, front neck. Just go all the way around like the chain. And into the jockey wheels. Get any of that then grime out of there. And we can go around the back here. Same on this side. Want it nice and clean. And same as the chain rings. And again, just a little bit into the jockey wheels. There, into the brake. And you probably just want to get into like the brakes and stuff. Like, obviously it's an older generation bike now. There we go. Okay. So then we just let that degrease just sink in for a minute or so. And then what you want to do, like if you've got like an hose pipe, some people like use pressure washers, but I generally find like the hose pipe is good enough for this. And then all you want to be able to do now is we just want to grime it all. So I generally just go all around like the bike. I generally use like a shower spray so it's not too intense. Just give it a good soak. Probably things like your cassette, you just want to jet it a little bit, but don't go into the sides, you know, like into the bearings and stuff. But nice and clean. You can see we can get all around the bike using the stand, nice and easy. do, bit of a jet. Right, here you can see she's already sprucing up. So right, next, what I always do is loads of fancy things on the market, but you're never going to beat Fairy Liquid. And there's different brands of this, but a bit of Fairy Liquid never harms anything really. So just want a lot of bubbles in there, and then literally all we do is, I'm quite lucky I've got hot water in this, so I've spoilt myself. That's it, it's half a bucket of water. Now a big mistake a lot of the people make is they'll start at the transmission, but you always want to start at the top of the bike, then work your way through it. So if you can get into, start with like the saddle, just get into all those nuts and crannies. You always want your subs nice and soapy so you can really clean it properly. As you can see, it's really easy utilising the stand. That's good. And then we can undo like the back wheel to really get into like all the nuts and crannies, so quite simple on this bike. So leave them. You can really get into all the bits. What's really good on a stand like this, you can obviously lift the bike up, get to the back of it. Give that a good soak and come on to the wheels, around all the wheels. Come on. That's it. And then for the transmission, I always have a separate sponge, so stick the back wheel in. Nice and simple. And we want to just go all around the chain ring and the chain, because we're really going to get a clean then. This is looking good. Into the rear mech. That's it. There we have it. It's looking good. So yeah, now after we've done that, pretty simple. We just want to get all the suds off. So again, if you use a shower over, start at the top, let it all come down. You don't want to be starting down here. So that's the main part of the cleaning done now. So once we've done that, we give her a bit of a dry off. So I just normally use like just an old t-shirt. Just start with all the frame mainly to start off with. And you can see with the stand, you make it do the work for you, which is always good. So, a nice dry off. Again, leaving the components till last. Just leave us with the front wheel. Nice and clean. And then we get a rag onto the transmission then. You just want to clean all of this up nicely. Again, dry it all off. You've probably seen how the chain's coming up like new. Got rid of all that old grime. Yeah, good dry. Make sure there's no dirt left in like the jockey wheels. Just a bit there. Rotate them around. Okay, so that's the main part of the bike now. She's nice and clean. But then obviously we just want to give her a bit of polish. So I've got some place polish here. And all we ever do, just go all around the bike. To add that little bit of a spruce to it. And then again, starting from the top, just work away around the bike. You can really polish the bike up. Looking like new now. So always, when you do these little bits, you always just best to stay to one main part so you don't forget. So as you can see, I'm trying to stick to the frame. And finally, we move on onto the wheels. So that's the main part done now. And then obviously now you probably want to get another rag. This is one I always use for like the chain. Make sure that you dry everything off. Get her fully dry. Get away all that horrible grease and grime. That's it. And then we just want to use some oil then. So here we've just got like, it's a long-lasting, nice premium quality oil. You know, it's not ceramic stuff or your PTFE stuff, but this will keep it going for a while. And the way to do this is, I find works best if you get your rag, and then if you generally start at the bottom here, and then you get a nice line of everywhere where you want to go. So, and keep using your rag to put it all over the bike. So again, nice coating here. Then what I generally just run through is, if you just generally just quick run through the gears, make sure everything's running smoothly. Yeah, so she's not running smoothly now. So that's how you clean your bike. So that's my top tips. It's a simple way of doing it without overcomplicating it. And just using simple things really. You know, like there's all these cleaning products on the market. But this is a great simple way of getting your bike nice and clean and bringing her up like new.